Just I'm doing a little bit of a different podcast or podcast live cast this evening. Just a little bit more of a commentary. There's a couple reasons for that. One is that the heavy duty content, the heavy hitting, I've shifted over to the blog posts on Medium, and that's going excellent, awesomely well. But tonight's topic is on the spiritual lesson of slowing down to let success happen. And they say that you teach what you most need to learn. And that is definitely what I'm doing tonight. Uh, because I don't, if you've noticed, if you've kept pace with what I've been doing lately, it's been a busy time. Lots of stuff going on. Website, davidholzmer.com, went live with version 1.0 last night. So I was really happy about that. By the way, let me give you a little plug there. Please go over, check the website out. It's just a little bit there, just a little blurb, but you can sign. Here's the cool thing: if you scroll down to the bottom, you can sign up for my mailing list. You get on my mailing list, you'll know when things are happening right away, like the new version of the website, because that's going to be in progress. But tonight's anyway, tonight what I wanted to share was a little bit of a thought piece, a little bit of a commentary because things have sort of shifted into a different kind of gear for me. And in that process, what I've had are a different set of lessons, different types of lessons. And so one of the things that I'm dealing with is I started last week, as some of you might know, last week, what I started doing is doing daily blog posts on Medium. And I was really surprised because first of all, I've never written blog posts on a daily basis, and from the first day I put it out, the response was really good. I got some real good traction there, real good feedback, and I kept doing it. I wanted to keep it really simple, and so what happened was I did like the second day, or I've been doing them at night. I did the second one, that went well. Third one, that went well. Good traction over on, because I cross post them over on uh, Instagram and also LinkedIn, and seems like they were getting posted everywhere. Uh, and there was good response. That was very gratifying. However, the first one I put out, it's like, hey, I don't have, much of an audience here. I don't really publish here, so this is just going to be a place to sketch my thoughts, put some things out. And in that spirit, I think people really responded and they got into it. And but what I found was by the end of the week, I was starting to, especially when people were engaging, that sort of competitive, go for it thing in my brain started kicking in again. And I started to feel this pressure to make the blog posts good, make them intriguing. Is this going to attract the kind of clients that I'm looking for? Is this going to project the kind of message? I want to make sure that the title's right so that prospective clients, when they look at the message, they'll be, drawn in by it, and they'll want to learn more about me, and they'll want to hire me and all of that. Um, and even today, so what I did was over the weekend. So I'll tell you this. I was getting a little just after like 5 or 6 days, starting to get a little burned out with the process and feeling the pressure of it. And one night, oh my God, I think it was like the Friday night or something. I stayed up till no, it was sorry. It was it Friday night? I think it was. I stayed up till like 2. Is this crazy? 2 a.m. writing this blog post. And it went live and it went good and had a nice little graphic and everything. And I thought, hold, hold on now. Because I was starting to get a little jammed up and feeling the pressure. And then even so, I took the weekend off, even though I said I was going to blog every day. I still want to blog every day. I'm going to do another post tonight. I'm going to do the post I'm going to do tonight is going to be about liminality, which is a topic that I've written on before. I'm going to talk a little bit about liminality, and it's about the passage in between formal stages. And I think a lot of us are going through liminal transitions, and I think our society as a whole is going through a liminal transition. Anyway, And I started like kind of running through my mind. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Am I going to pull? Because I actually wrote a book chapter on liminality a few years ago called, the chapter is called Leadership in the Time of Liminality. And people really liked that. And I thought, well, I've got to, and all of a sudden this thing was becoming like this big deal in my mind. And I was finding myself feeling a little crazy about it. And at the same time, it's funny because you get most what, just when you need it, something, you tend to get what you're looking for. And I was listening to, I always listen to stuff when I'm driving. I always listen to books on tape or inspirational, podcasts or things like that. I always try to use that driving time as a time to, kind of enlarge my thinking and get some good information going in. And I've been listening to this book. This is a book from the early part of the 20th century called The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles. And maybe some of you have heard of this book. It's modeled sort of after, I don't know if it was written before or after Think and Grow Rich, but it's around that same time. And just like Think and Grow Rich, a lot of people today credit The Science of Getting Rich as being really effective and working. And hey, Heather, how are you? And hey, hi there, Nancy. Thanks for joining in. So anyway, I was listening to The Science of Getting Rich, and as I'm driving and I'm thinking about this blog post and thinking like this is stressful, and this passage came through on The Science of Getting Rich, and I thought I just want to share it with everybody. Yo, Jordan, how are you? Glad to see you here. And I'm actually going to put this up. I hope this translates well. I mean, I hope it doesn't reverse the image. But there, I think that's coming through. And is it going to focus? Right. I'm going to hold it for a second. I'm actually putting an Instagram post up with part of this passage. And it says that when you get out of the competitive mind, you will understand that you never need to act hastily. No one else is going to beat you to the thing you want to do. There is enough for all. If one space is taken, another and a better one will be open for you a little farther on. There is plenty of time. When you are in doubt, wait. Fall back on the contemplation of your vision and increase your faith and purpose. And by all means, in times of doubt and indecision, cultivate gratitude. And I listened to that. And I rewound it. And I listened to it again. And then I did that a second time, a third time. And I think today I listened to that passage and what follows probably 4 or 5 times. And one of the key premises in The Science of Getting Rich, which is also one of the key premises in Think and Grow Rich, which is also one of the key ideas in this series of 2 books I've been reading the last several weeks by Jen Sincero called "You Are a Badass," and this and the sequel is called "You Are a Badass at Getting Wealthy." At making money, sorry, is to be in a state of balance, be in a state of peace, hold the vision, clarify your thoughts, clarify your thinking, eliminate resistance, eliminate any negativity, eliminate worry, eliminate fears of competition, eliminate fear. And I thought, I'm stressing about these blog posts, which were just like this sort of extra thing I started doing. I'm starting to stress because I'm thinking, there's the competition for attention. The people that I want to be my clients are, I got to make sure that I market to them just the right way. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that we have a guest. I didn't shut the cat out because I figured the cat might join us. So anyway, but I figured I've got to get this right because if I don't, I'm going to lose those clients. They're going to pass me by, and because I'm on a timeline now to leave my job without I do not have a full-time income to replace it yet with my business, but at the same time, there's this deep sense in me to not worry. It's all going to be taken care of. It's all unfolding as it should. There's no doubt in my mind that I have what it takes to be successful, to manifest my vision, realize my vision. At the same time, there's this other part of my mind. There's this doubt. There's these feelings of competition. And one of the things that I've been thinking about when I heard this passage from The Science of Getting Rich was that it's all about being in tune with the universe. Hey there, Gord. How are you tonight? Thanks for joining in. Being in tune, being aligned, and trusting. And I'm saying this because if you spend any time on YouTube these days, what you're going to hear about, or Instagram, what are you going to hear about? You're going to hear a lot about hustle, about making it happen, about going in hyperdrive. And maybe that's working for some people. Maybe people feel empowered by that. But I got to tell you, that's not the message that I want to convey to the businesses that I'm going to be consulting with, to the clients, to the executives I'm working with. The message I want to convey is being in the mind of best practice, being in a mind of integrity, but also being in a mind of balance and peace, because ultimately, one of the things that I think is important for me is success is important, but what is more important is sustainable long-term success. A lot of time when you're rushing and you're acting out of a fear mentality, out of a competition or competitiveness mentality, what can happen is a lot of you end up doing and saying and acting in ways that is counterproductive to long-term success. And for me, long-term success means sustainable success that doesn't need me pumping it and grinding it and hustling it. Success that's predicated on me being in alignment with the universe and being in alignment with all of you and helping you to cultivate your highest good, which is something I've learned as a behaviorist as well, working with people with disabilities. You can't push there. You cannot push. You cannot pressure. You have to slow down and let things unfold organically in their time. And so I guess the bottom line is I'm still writing my piece on liminality tonight. I am not stressing over it. I'm keeping it short, to the point, straightforward. I have a pretty good idea of what I'm going to say. Maybe I will explore it in more depth over the next few days and go back and pull in more bits and pieces, but it's about keeping it easy, keeping it simple, keeping it aligned with my highest good and your highest good, and trusting the universe, trusting myself to take the action, but trusting the universe to do its part. So that's it. Hi, Gordon. Hi, Jordan. Hi, Heather. Hi, Nancy. I just wanted to say hello to you folks. A little bit shorter, good tonight. That's what I wanted. But I hope you're all well. Check out, so two things, two calls to action. One, check out davidholzmer.com. Go over there. It's version 1.0. There'll be more to come, but there's a little blurb there on what I do and how I do it, and there's the opportunity to sign up for my mailing list. So please do that, because that'll keep you informed. So that's the first thing. Second thing is, if you're on Instagram, check me out on Instagram in a few minutes, because I'm going to be posting that piece from Wallace Wattles and The Science of Getting Rich and a little graphic that I did. And check that out, give it a like, and give me a comment if you agree. So I think that's all we got for tonight. Check out, and again, there'll be a blog post and, oh, a third call to action. Sorry. Check out Medium, and if you're not following me over on Medium, please do that. Everything, by the way, all of these formats, all of these platforms is davidholzmer.com. Check me out on, or David Holzmer, at David Holzmer, sorry. Check me out over on Medium, and check out the post from last week, and check out the one that's going to be coming out in about an hour. So, Richard, hello. Thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in. And hope to catch you all soon. Please leave some comments. Take care now. Bye-bye.